During this video, we're going to briefly demonstrate Skype for Business, the software and how it can be used, and then hardware that can also be used to improve video calls. Generally speaking, there's going to be two different types of video call that you take part in with using Skype. That's going to be one person at this end to a recipient, or multiple people at this end to a recipient. So when completing a Skype video call with yourself at this end to a recipient, the most effective thing that you can do is use a laptop and take advantage of its technology and its flexibility. So most modern laptops have built-in webcams, built-in microphones and Wi-Fi. So I could effectively take this to an area that's got Wi-Fi coverage and take advantage of the webcam and the microphones and complete a pretty good Skype video call. So on this laptop, for instance, the webcam is situated right here, and to the left and to the right of that are the microphones. So if I was to sit directly in front of that, within about a 1 metre distance, the audio that I capture from that will actually be pretty good. But one thing to bear in mind with built-in microphones is ambient noise is picked up quite heavily. So the recipient at the other end may hear a lot of the noise around you if you're not in a quiet area. So that's one consideration. With the webcam, it's HD, so the video that you capture should be relatively good. But if we're using Wi-Fi, do bear in mind the video may not be as good as if you're on the network. So as you can see, I've got a network cable plugged in here on the right hand side, and that's going to improve both the video and the audio quality. Over on the left, I've got a USB cable plugged in, and this powers our USB headset. So this USB headset has ear cups which go directly over the ears, which means you're going to cut a lot of ambient noise out around you and you're going to hear your recipient very well. And for the benefit of your recipient, because the microphone that you've got is on an arm and it's right in front of your mouth, the audio to them should be very clear, and it also has built-in noise cancellation, so it should also suppress a lot of the ambient noise that may be going on around you. The final thing I'd like to mention is we have a laptop charger plugged in. Now, for obvious reasons, we do not want the video call to be cut short due to lack of battery, so please always ensure that you bring a laptop charger with you. So the next thing we want to do is make sure we're selecting the correct hardware for the type of call that we're going to do. So we're going to be doing a call that's one person at this end to a recipient. So if we open Skype and go to the Select Primary Device menu and then go to Audio Device Settings, this is where we can configure which hardware we want to use. So I'm going to make sure that under Customize Your Device, Speaker is set to High Definition Audio Device. That means it's the inbuilt one. And same for the microphone, High Definition Audio Device, which again is the inbuilt one. Select that. We can then go to the video device and make sure we've got the correct webcam, which we have. So then if we hit OK on that, we're now ready to do a video call. So that's just a straightforward process of finding the person you'd like to call, right click and start video call. On the desk in front of me, what we've got is a standard laptop. Now, we're going to use the laptop to actually drive the Skype video call. What I mean by that is we're going to initiate the call from here, we're going to configure our settings from this device. I'm also making use of a HDMI cable here plugged in, which goes up to a large screen on the wall so that whatever is being shown on this laptop, so be it a presentation, be it the web, anything that you're showing on this, will be up on the big screen for all of you participants on this side of the call to see. The other thing to note that I've got plugged in as well is the power supply. For obvious reasons, we don't want the power to be going halfway through the session, so always bring a laptop power supply with you. What else we've got on the desk is a USB cable. So this is what we use to plug our USB boundary mic in. At the back on this device, you've got a USB port right here, so we would plug the cable into that and then over onto the port on the side of the laptop. And then finally we've got our webcam right here, and that's already got a connected USB cable, which again we would plug over on the side of our laptop. So in terms of the technology in the room already, we've got a HDMI cable that we'll use to send laptop's content up to the big screen. the first thing I'm going to do is turn the screen on and get my laptop up on the screen. So that's just a simple case of turning the system on and popping the HDMI cable in. Select HDMI on the control panel. You should find that Skype for Business is on screen. There we go. So the next thing that I'm going to do is set the webcam up. I'm going to get the webcam and I'm going to put it up on top of the screen so that whatever content is being shown on screen, they're going to be looking at the screen, which for the recipient gives the experience of people actually speaking to them. It just adds a little bit of a nice touch if they're being spoken to directly. Once the webcam is plugged in, the next thing we want to do is get the boundary mic and we want to plug that in. So I'm going to just feed the cables through to keep this nice and neat. So it's just a case of plugging USB into the boundary mic and then the other end straight into our laptop. So once it's plugged in, the way I'm going to position this is so that this corner, right the way around to this corner here, is facing everybody that's going to take part in this meeting. Anything that's stood behind it, it will be picked up, but it'll be really muffled and it won't be good, so make sure you get the direction of that right. For a Skype meeting where we're going to be doing multiple people at this side to the recipient, we need to configure the settings again for the hardware. So if we launch Skype, go back to the Select Primary Device menu and go back to Audio Device Settings. What we need to do here now is select the other device, which is the USB audio codec, which is our USB boundary mic. And for the video device, we need to make sure that we've got selected not the camera that's facing us, but the one that's now mounted on top of the TV. So once we're happy with our settings, if we hit OK, we're now ready to begin the Skype video call. So if we select a contact, right click, start a video call. If you require any more information or advice on procuring hardware, please contact the IT helpline on 0161 247 4646 or alternatively email them on it.helpline@mmu.ac.uk.